Prisoners live in the dark. Inspired by Dennis Villeneuve's haunting psychological thriller, Prisoners. This story explores the darkness that hides within ordinary people. The rain falls softly, but it never stops. The sky hangs low and gray, pressing down on a quiet town that feels like it's holding its breath. You can almost smell the wet wood, the dying leaves, the weight of silence. Inside a worn house, a family gathers for Thanksgiving. Laughter hums softly, prayers flood in the air. For one night, it feels safe. But in a signal and a sound, everything collapses. Two little girls vanish without a sound. 1 second, they were there. The next, gone. The streets that once echoed with life now drowned in the silence. Parents run through the rain, calling names into the dark, and time itself becomes cruel. Colored over a man of faith, strength, and survival stares into the void with eyes full of fear. Not fear of death, but fear of helplessness. Prepared for storms, for danger, for the end of the world, but never for losing his child. Faith, once unshakable, begins to crack. Detective Luke arrives, calm, precise, haunted by the ghosts of past crimes. There is something in his eyes, part doubt, part sorrow. He's seen too much to believe easily, yet too human to stop searching. Two men, two beliefs, one in God, one in order, and between them a fragile hope that the girls are still alive somewhere. The investigation begins. A rusted wound is found inside a man with empty eyes. Too simple, too strange. He looks harmless, almost childlike. Yet, something about him unsettles everyone. Killer is certain this is him. Look isn't sure. Killer sees guilt. Look sees confusion. Hours drag on. Nights blur. Walls filled with photos, maps, handwritten prayers stained by rain. Detective Loki studies them, searching for order inside chaos. The truth keeps shifting, like fog that vanishes when you reach for it. Meanwhile, Killer prays, but the words sound hollow. No answer, only the echo of his own voice. He takes the suspect, chains him, hides him. A basement becomes a place of judgment. The sounds of crying becomes the sounds of fury. In the man's terrified eyes, a flicker of innocence remains. In Killer's eyes, only rage. Snow falls, white, pure deceptive. It covers the blood but cannot erase it. Lucky uncovers fragments of truth. Small wooden crosses, ritual marks, forgotten prayers. All traces lead to one quiet house, ordinary yet hiding death. Inside, evil waits with a cruel smile. Far away, a killer kneels in his basement, praying again, not for forgiveness, but for release. His voice trembles, faith fractures. He doesn't know if he speaks to God or to the ghost of the man he used to be. And in that moment, both men, believer and detective, reach the same truth. In the search for justice, no one remains innocent. The girls are found alive but changed. Their eyes hold silence, not wonder. The town exhales, but peace feels temporarily fragile. One man is still missing. Lucas stands by the ruins of a house. Snow swirls around him like ashes. He listens. A faint whistle cuts through the wind, real or imagined. He freezes, leans closer. The sound fades, then returns weaker. We don't know if he heard it, or if it was just the echo of guilt lingering in the cold. In a world where justice is measured by pain, faith becomes survival. God stays silent, and in his silence, man appoints himself judge. Every judgment carries a cost, and those who seek the light must first walk through their own darkness.